Yo, what's up, my worthy followers? Hi, it's me, Nathan. You may notice a slight difference in my appearance. This is because I had a species change. I am now a frog. Now you may think I look a bit like a pig just painted green. But I'm actually not a pig painted green. I'm actually a frog. So, beep you, mates. Hello, guys. Sorry about that little bit of weirdness. I'm joking. I'm sorry for nothing. You deserve no apologies. Now, so, it's been a pretty good week. I've watched 2 whole films. I said 2 whole films. Well, one of them was only 20 minutes long, but I still watched the whole thing. So I watched 2 whole films, both animated, both weird, both from the olden days, the days which are better than the ones we are currently living in. Now something that really annoys me is how we now have 3 words for being correct. We have correct, boomer, and hipster. I just think, why have multiple words for just being right? Why not just be right? If someone's correct, you just call them correct. You don't need to give them different names. You don't need multiple names for the same words. Anyway, so hi guys. So what I've been doing over the previous week. Well, I've done a little bit more on the short film. I'm not gonna show you what I've done because that'd be a spoiler, and I hate spoilers, so I won't spoil anything for you guys. So that's that. What I'll be doing over the following week. Well, actually no. I saw everything of the previous week. So at the very, just after, just a few hours after 3 to be precise. Oh wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 hours after last week's weekly update. I did the weekly art room on Facebook, in which I did some of the character, and also painted this, which is called View from the Hill. Which I can't actually see what I'm looking at because I'm on the YouTube rather than there's that View from the Hill, and after that we decided that over the following weeks we are going to be doing a 30 paintings in 30 days challenge, and obviously this being the first day, I painted this, which doesn't have a title, but it is the first of the coming 30 paintings. Now I didn't have enough paper, so instead I cut the A4 into quarters to get this I guess you call it an A6 piece of paper. So that's that. So that's what I've been doing over the previous week. Over the following week, well, obviously 5 hours after, in just under 5 hours, I'm gonna be doing today's room, in which I'm not gonna be doing the painting because I've just done the painting for today. I'm instead going to be working more on the characters for my next short film, because it's a free country. Well, it's not actually a free country, but so far it's free enough for me to do what I want artistically. Soon that won't be the case. Soon they'll be forcing us to only make propaganda, and if we make anything that the government doesn't like, they'll have us shot. But until that happens, I can make what I like artistically. So I comment on current political events. This is always one of my favourite bits, because I don't look at the news. So this is the only time I actually look at the news, is to do these things. This is my first time looking at to do things. The Prime Minister is optimistic ahead of lockdown easing roadmap. That's not even an English sentence. Johnson, fitting name. Humanity will adapt to coronavirus. Well, yeah. We could live with COVID like we do flu, obviously. That's what I've been suggesting since the beginning, but no one actually listens to me. Like, I swear to God, this is the truth as well. I don't care what anyone thinks. This is the truth. If no one had ever actually the virus still exists, right? But if no one had ever told us about it, no one ever knew about it, but it still exists just as it does now, I guarantee no one would have even noticed. they would just thought they had like flu or something. It's annoying that we've shut down the entire world for no reason. It's stupid. Like, yeah, people are, and they think people use it as an excuse. Like, oh well, the elderly can die from it. The elderly can die from falling asleep. That's not. It doesn't mean anything. Oh, the elderly can die from it. Can they really? Well, how about don't? Now I talk about films I've been watching. Now, this. Should I? Oh yeah, and by the way, you guys need to be. If you want any questions answered, you should be asking the questions, and I'll answer them at the end. I should keep pointing that out at the beginning rather than at the end. So if you have any questions, ask them now, and I'll answer them at the end of this. So films I've been watching. So, and there are links. Well, I'll say after. So the first film I watched, which was the day before yesterday. So Thursday, I watched a sort of a French animated film, a real surreal kind of film from 1973 called Fantastic Planet, which was amazing. It's about these sort of blue giants, these giant blue aliens who kind of, I guess, use humanity as pets, and it's really weird but really good. And then the film I watched yesterday is still animated. So it's still animated, but instead of being done with 2D animation, it's done with 3D stop motion. Yeah, called Street of Crocodiles from 1986, which is an English film. Although I think the book is Russian because it's based roughly, like very loosely, off of a book, which I think might be Russian because someone speaks Russian at the end of the film, and I'm like, well, it's an English film, so I don't know why they're speaking Russian, but whatever. Anyway, but both those films are the first 2 links in the descriptions, right into the section where it says things for you guys to watch. Fantastic Planet is on YouTube. You'll have to put on subtitles, but I'm sure you guys are clever enough to figure that out. And Street of Crocodiles is on Dailymotion and barely has any dialogue, and the dialogue it does have is in Russian, but the text is on the screen in English, so you can read it anywhere. Both amazing films. Fantastic Planet is 1 hour and 11 minutes. Street of Crocodiles is just 20 minutes. So if you don't have much time, you're probably better off just watching Street of Crocodiles. But they're both very, very good, and you should all go and watch them both. That might be a thing I do from now on, where I put if the films I watched on the internet somewhere, I'll post the links to them. If they don't, you'll just have to go and buy the DVD, like with Brazil and stuff. I don't know why I'm pointing up there when I'm talking about Brazil, because my Brazil DVD is over there. It doesn't matter, which is also a good film. Anyway, so that's that. Now let's talk about. This seems to be the order I do things. I go on the BBC website, then I talk about the films I've been watching, and then I go on the BBC YouTube channel. So let's do that. BBC News. Let's see, BBC News. At least you're not a cat. US congressman gets in a spin. What? What? This doesn't make any sense at all. How Mike Pence became a villain in Trump world, because he's a villain in every world, just like his old friend Don. Driver captures deadly 100 vehicle Texas pileup. How about to drive carefully then? Wouldn't that be a fabulous idea? Yes, it would. Anything else? Saving Australia's numbats. What? Capital mob got close to Pence, Romney, and Schumer. If only they got a little closer. I mean, I'm still really annoyed at everyone because of the stupid riots, because I assumed that they'd, rioted because they were sort of cool and sick of the government, but no, they were just doing exactly what their glorious leader told them. But I still do wish they'd have at least hurt someone, rather than the innocent people they actually did end up killing. Maybe if they'd actually gotten to the politicians who are making the countries, all the countries in the world crap, things would have been a bit better. Lawyer uses zoom filter by mistake. Okay. Donald Trump's impeachment trial begins in US Senate. It should have begun years ago. Trump impeachment explained. You don't need to explain it. God, I mean, Jesus. Shut up, everyone. Japan's suicide rate rises during pandemic. What a surprise. More than 100 missing after a glacier sweeps away dam in where? Northern India. Oh dear. So yeah, that's all. That's all the news I can see here that I'd give any craps about. Answer any questions that you might have for me. Well, you quite clearly don't have any questions for me, so I'll just have another look through all of these. Let's fill you in on what I've been doing over the previous week. Everything I can think of, I've told you. What I'll be doing over the following week, everything that I can think of, I've told you. Because that's the thing about telling you what I'll be doing over the following week. I don't want to lie, so I don't want to say I'll do something and then not do it. So I often do it. The only thing I know I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working more on the characters for my next short film. That I am going to be doing. But I don't know anything else. I don't know if I'll be doing any videos. I don't know anything. So don't ask me. Comment on political events. Just done that. Talk about films I've been watching. Done that. And answer any questions. Oh, that is one thing about the films. So apparently, with Street of Crocodiles, apparently there was this band who they took that style, the style of that sort of dark stop motion, and made their own in that style for a music video, which, fair enough, they were inspired by a really cool film. You're allowed to be inspired by things, that's fine. But then Kurt Cobain, of all people, had a go at them for that, claiming that they just blatantly ripped it off. And it's like, are you not even allowed to be inspired by anything? Like, it is literally impossible to create art without being inspired by anything. It's literally impossible. You cannot do it. If you were born in the middle of a void, we're completely blind, completely deaf, with no, external inputs, you could not create art, at least consciously. If someone put a paintbrush in your hand and you just sort of moved about, I guess technically, but you wouldn't be able to create art with any, well, not necessarily even with any purpose. You couldn't create art on purpose. You couldn't set out saying, I'm going to create some art now and do it. So, that's what I mean. But you all knew it anyway. So it's like, to then have a go at someone for being inspired by art, which is literally the only way you can, for being inspired by something when it's the only way that you can create art, is just stupid. I mean, we all know the reason is Kurt Cobain saw them as a challenge, and instead of just saying something about their band, said something about their music video, which, he's a stupid little person anywhere, so who cares? I certainly don't. But anyway, yeah, so you guys should, the only thing I really have to say is, I hope you guys have had a nice week. I hope you guys have a nice week in the future. Well, nice life in general, I guess, but mainly a nice life in the future, in the next week, and then the week after that. We'll hope you have an even nicer one, and so on. But anyway, so make sure you guys watch the 2 films that I've got linked in the description: Fantastic Planet 1973 and Street of Crocodiles 1986. They're both really, really good films, and I think if you're fans of surreal stuff and animation, you like them. I hope you like. I liked them, and they're both very good, in my opinion, which is of course entirely subjective. You guys might not like them, and you're free to not like them, but I'd still like you guys to maybe check them out. And I guess that's it. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next thing that I do. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.